I wanted to start out by showing you how the assignments in Advanced Productivity are laid out. Word Chapter 8 has been made available to you, as is this assignment submission. When we get into the chapters, and I will try to always give you a list of the files that I'm expecting you to turn in. And I also will be posting a video lecture going through the chapter, which you don't have to watch, but if you're having trouble with the chapter, I recommend you do that. I'm currently waiting to get Office 2010 installed on my computer so I can use my Adobe Captivate to capture that video lecture for you. In the meantime, I wanted to show you this assignment for Word Chapter 8 and give you an idea of what I'm looking for. So when you finish the chapter, the work, starting on page WD 474, you're going to get to the red buttons on page WD 476, and then you'll start doing everything it tells you to do with the red radio button. When you've completed Chapter 8, which will end on page 527, you will turn in these 5 documents: Job Placement Findings Memo Reviewed, Job Placement Findings Memo with Comment and Track Changes, Job Placement Memo with Table and Chart Tools Chart, Job Placement Memo with Table and Graph Chart, and the Social Sciences and Human Services Department blog. Sometimes it helps to see the finished product. This is the Job Placement Findings Memo Reviewed, Job Placement Findings Memo with Comments and Track Changes, which obviously yours will have some different information over here. Job Placement Findings Memo with Table, Job Placement Memo with Table and Chart Tools Chart, and that is the chart you see down at the bottom. And then this is the Social Sciences and Human Services Department blog that you'll turn in. Once you complete that, you'll go on and do the Apply Your Knowledge exercise on page WD 528. When you've completed this, you'll have 2 documents. You'll have Apply 8-1 Organizations and their IT Departments, and Apply 8-1 Organizations and their IT Departments Reviewed. This is Organizations and their IT Departments Final. This is Organizations and their IT Departments Reviewed. After you complete that, you'll go to page WD 533 and do the Lab 2 assignments. You'll have 2 documents. When you're done with this, you'll have Lab 8-2 Sales Figure Memo with Chart Tools Chart, and Sales Figure Memo with Linked Excel Table. Now, I've also included in my documents the actual Excel table, so when you turn that in, if you want to include that as well, it would be very helpful, but not required. Finally, you'll go to page WD 535 and complete Case 1. Everyone's is going to look a little bit different. You're creating a memo to students and a blog post. The requirements for this are that the memo should be written to all library staff with the subject of class enrollment numbers and should contain a table and chart. The memo should contain a table of enrollment numbers in various courses. The memo should contain a chart of all table data using either Graph or Office Chart Tools. A blog layout should be created that contains the table from the memo. Memo should not have spelling or grammar. And don't worry about your document properties. I'm not going to require that you change those. So that's kind of how the assignments will be laid out for you as we work through the book, and hopefully I'll be able to get your Chapter 8 video lecture up where I work through Chapter 8. It's not as important, I don't think, in Chapter 8 as it is in Chapter 9 and 10. So if you're having trouble with Chapter 8, please post that on the discussion board or email me. Thank you.